Wow, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Hungry Hornet video. It's been a while, been trying my best to keep up with the schedule, but you know, hey, once in a while's okay, alright? If you got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all, right? We're busy with life and whatnot. As you can see, it's another glorious day in Devon, England. And today's video is tips and tricks on riding on the motorway, and specifically the M5 at the minute. That's what we're going on. Not many videos about detailing what it's like to ride on the motorway. What the hell's that? Whoa, hello. Anyway, hazards on the motorway, stuff like that happens quite a lot actually. We're currently on a dual carriageway. We're about to turn into the M5. A lot of riding on the motorway is hazard perception, and that's one of those just now. You just saw that. It looked like well, to me that looked like an actual full 6-pack of water flying off the back of someone, but it was just the plastic. But still, on a motorcycle that could be a bit gnarly. I mean, we'll get caught up in the wheel with that, I don't know. The thing is, with the motorway, you always should, as you saw, be very wary of coming onto the slip road. Be wary of your position. Currently we're on 3rd lane, move into 2nd lane because there's no one in the 2nd lane, as you can see on the 1st lane over there. Technically we can hang about there for a bit as well, really. I mean, it seems like he's going around 70 miles an hour. As you can see, my speed on indicated is 73, on GPS on my phone, as you can see, 68. So that's a big difference, obviously. It's normal on most motorcycles. Cars are indicated below what they actually are doing, especially on 125. As you see, we're doing 75 miles an hour, we're doing 70 now, and I've got alerts to tell me if I'm speeding, so I slow down. So it's all above the law, all good in the proverbial hood. And as you can see, a lot of motorway riding is ducking and diving. He's doing a bit more than 70, I'd say. It's ducking and diving between your lanes, checking your shoulder check-in and all that, checking your mirrors, getting into position, reading the road and saying, look, this guy's slow, so we'll move into the middle, check, indicate, there you go. Now you're in the middle lane, ready to I always wanted one of those tent boxes. I don't have a car, so yeah, like a lot of motorway riding is hazard perception. It's obviously getting into the flow of things. It can be supremely boring. It can obviously, you know, negatives of riding on a motorway can be, it can mess up your tires, can square them off because you're obviously going straight. You know, there's hardly any turns on a motorway. You can get killed by lorries quite easily on a motorway. Let's say if you take your turn in too quick, you know, you could get wrecked. It's knowing what other people are going to do. People act very strange on motorways. It's like their brain switches off, so it's knowing what people are doing. You see this gentleman here, he's hogging the middle lane. Just that guy there, or girl, we'll see. Take bets. What are we betting, boys and girls? Is it a man or a woman? I am betting it's a man. Let's have a look. It is a man. And they do like, you know, the Range Rovers like to hog the middle lane. Ditch my nose there. They do like to hog the middle lane a lot. I don't know why. They just love it. These 4x4s love a middle laner, you know, and they actually slow down traffic quite a lot. Whereas, like, you know, on the motorway you're supposed to really, like for instance this lane, the left lane's actually moving at quite an alright speed. You know, it's 70 miles an hour here in a minute. You know, that's fine. That's the national speed limit on the motorway. So you don't need to go in the middle lane. You can hang out here. But obviously they're doing slightly more than 70, I'd say. You know, unofficially, during my bike safe and all that, we discussed speed limits and stuff, and obviously there is an unofficial sort of like speed limit of the motorway, if you like, that isn't a national speed limit, where the cops won't necessarily pull you over, but it's not much over 70. So that gentleman over there absolutely hooning it up the, what people refer to as the fast lane. That's not the fast lane, that's the 3rd lane. It's an overtaking lane, alright? There's no such thing as the fast lane. You know, it's just obviously when you're talking of like HGVs and stuff, they tend to hang around more in the middle or the left. You know, they'll be the middle when they're overtaking one of their fellow brethren doing 10 miles an hour. As you can see, this one's going into the middle now, so courtesy is to go into your third lane. Well, not courtesy, safety really. And he's up, you know, he's taken over the Asda.com easy peasy lorry. And then obviously you see some of these lorries here, they'll be from the continent, and the continent, some of them come over here with unrestricted speeds where they can do a bit faster than 56 miles an hour. It certainly seems that way. They don't tend to care that much. But when I was in France, I don't know if I mentioned this before, lads and ladettes. When I was in France, the truck drivers seem to be going at a good speed. You know, their motorways over in France are 2 lane, which when I heard about it, I thought, fucking hell, that's gonna be shit. Because obviously, you know, in England, you got 2 lane dual carriageway and there's 2 lorries, mate, and they're fighting for turf. They'll just hold everyone back. They'll hold everyone back. So yeah, so motorwaying is all about perception, mirrors, maintaining a good speed, not going over the speed limit. Obviously it's slightly expected to go a couple of mphs over the speed limit. You know, most people do 75 actual on the motorway, so 80 indicated on your dash. That seems to be acceptable. 79 miles an hour if we're going for the 10% plus 2 rule, you know, which would be probably 87 miles an hour indicated on your dash. So a lot of people do get away with going a bit fast on the motorway. I like to keep it as legal as I can, because I'm a firm believer in, you know, it's a speed limit, not a target. I do believe that firmly. I know it's a bit lame as a motorcyclist to say something like that, but you know, you're only going to get there like 3 minutes faster than me, mate. You know what I mean? If you're doing fucking 80 and I'm doing 70, you know, you're not going to get there too much faster. Well, you might, obviously, but you know, don't get me wrong. Some days, you know, like I said, I don't need to be in the middle lane here. You can go back in the left. Some days, you know, I'd love to be able to like poon it, you know, give some of these 4x4s a run for their money, because it seems like the only people that are speeding on the motorway is, you know, big heavy fucking Range Rovers for some reason. I saw one the other day poon past me on the M5, and his number plate it said villain on it, so it's V11 AIN. I was like, wow, that's sick as fuck. You know, that's a cool number plate. Very cool. Blacked out windows. So I'm thinking gangster or something, you know. He's a villain. You know, we're all villains, really. We all wear masks, Wendy, metaphorically speaking. Anyway, so motorwaying is all about not falling asleep, really. And if you fall asleep on a bike, you know, you're gonna crash. I fell asleep on the motorway on a bike. Well, nearly did anyway. I was really tired. I'll tell you what, I will never be going out again on my bike when I'm even a 10% tired, let alone the 90% I was feeling. It's a very silly mistake of mine. Could have ended in tragedy, but I'd arranged to meet someone after a night shift on a Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. I just hadn't got enough sleep, and I just decided to go up there anyway. Took the motorway, and I literally, my eyes were like literally falling asleep, and I was like panicked, so I opened up my visor and just like turned up the music, and honestly I had about 9 Red Bulls by the time I landed there, just to try and get myself woken up a bit, and it worked, but I wouldn't recommend. So, you know, without trying to incriminate myself, you know, riding on the motorway, you don't get taught, you don't get lessons, you don't get nothing really. You don't get any lessons on the motorway as a motorcyclist, because 9 times out of 10, you know, most people take their motorcycle license, have already got a car license, you know, so they know how to drive on the motorway. And the law's a bit different for cars. You know, your instructor can take you on the motorway to do some motorway driving on a car, but I don't think they offer that on motorcycles. So, you know, it's a bit of a, like for me, it's a bit of a mystery, to be fair. I mean, I didn't know what the rules are, like, you know, not the rules, obviously, you know, theory-wise what the rules are. It is basically just a road with 3 lanes. It's the same applies. It just means that you gotta, you know, you gotta pay more attention. And obviously, when you go on to smart motorways, variable speed limits, all that sort of stuff, you know, it can get a bit confusing, and you don't know what you're doing. I've been lucky enough, or unlucky enough, to do a lot of motorway miles since passing my test due to my job. You know, I've gone other places, you know, whenever we've got training and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I like riding on the motorways. It's not too bad, but it just means that you need to, like, you know, been a couple of close calls on the motorway for sure. People just not paying attention. I've seen a couple of crashes happen in front of me. I've seen usually fender benders or someone smashes into the back of someone else. So you got to have eyes in the back of your ass on the motorway, really. And don't let peer pressure get to you on the motorway. You know, people will be absolutely gunning it, like, on the motorway. Like, you know, they'll be, you know, 90, 100, you know. And obviously we all know that if you get looked down, he's slowing down. Sucker! Hey! Look at this fool. He got caught. I give him a little wave. You got caught there, fella. You got caught by the man in the van. For sure he did. I didn't, because I'm not going 90 miles an hour like that bloke was. But that's a prime example of people on the motorway getting a little bit too complacent, getting a little bit too, you know, cocksure of themselves, you know. To be fair, Waze, that was a really late warning. Literally, when I saw it, it was too late. Once they see you, that's it, you're done. You're toast, mate. No matter if you slow down like I does. All he's done is, you know, he'd have been caught for that, for sure. I don't know how fast he was going. He's probably doing 85, I'd say. So maybe he'll get away with it. Big speed awareness course going for that gentleman in the front. I have to look back at the footage and see if I was speeding. I don't think I was doing about 74 indicated, so 70, 71 miles an hour. That's well within the limits and the thresholds of life. You know, so I'm okay. But that gentleman there, or lady, was going absolutely hammer and tongue, baby. So there you go, you know, I think we'll end it there, really. That's a prime example of, like, you know, motorway etiquette. I was literally just about to say, you know, don't follow the crowd. Don't go all bloody fast as hell. I mean, you know, if I was I see a lot of motorcyclists hang around in the middle and the right lane, the third lane. If you do that too much, it does sort of, because you got to go with the flow, haven't you? You got to go with the flow of traffic. People do go quite fast on the motorway. They do, you know. So if you do go, you know, you get in third lane and middle lane too much, you'll be just, you know, you'll be good doing what everyone else is doing, and that's 80, 85, 90. Like, look at us here. Look, we're doing 74, 75 miles an hour indicated, right? As you can see, that's 70 miles an hour GPS, 71 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour GPS, 69. Yeah, we're safe here. We're going the speed limit. You know, we're in no rush, baby. Well, technically I'm in a rush. I've got to be somewhere, and I'm going to be 8 minutes late. However, I'm not. You know, this is like, life's too short. Life's too short to be bloody, you know, accelerating everywhere every time, you know. It's like, just enjoy it. It's a beautiful day, you know. The left lane's lovely. Hang about in it for a bit. Come on, guys, stop. Everyone just wants to, obviously, you know, etiquette wise, you like to go into the middle lane when you see people pulling over and slip road. You know, that's just etiquette. And then you can see here we got a bottleneck that's about to happen with like 4 lorries. So chances are we'll go in the right lane. But I don't speed up for no one, mate. I'm doing my 75 indicated, which is 70 miles an hour GPS, which is the legal national speed limit on the motorway currently as of 2025. I'm not speeding up for anyone. You know, I will slow down if someone's up my ass on the third lane because they, you know, because they're impatient. I'll fucking slow down, mate. I will slow down to 60 just to piss them off. Because fuck them. Who the fuck do they think they are? You know? It's probably like an undercover cop trying to get to a T-pack. So yeah. So that's our lesson today, boys and girls, is motorway riding. Quite exciting. We saw a little bit of someone getting caught on the old speed camera, on the old van. I'm pretty surprised because I heard it was only Somerset. Oh no, this is Somerset now, isn't it? Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah, Somerset are the ones that are taking on board these non-liveried speed vans, where Devon and Cornwall police aren't doing it in a minute. So they've still got their vans that are covered in high vis and all that, you know, all their patterns and stuff like that, whatever you call them. What do you call them? Their livery, yeah. So they got their livery on now, which states police, and that's, you can see them coming from a mile away. But the Somerset police, some of Avon and Somerset, I don't even know if that's who they are anymore, but Avon and Somerset police have said that they're going to be using these like transit vans that look like you know, but you can see what they look like now. I mean, everyone's so used to seeing them. And in France and stuff like that, I don't know if I've ever mentioned I've been to France, but in France, they're very sneaky with their speed cameras. You know, their speed cameras, you know, they're like hidden in bushes and look like bollards and stuff like that, so it's a bit strange. Moral of the story is, don't speed, boys and girls, you know. Yeah, there's an allowable tolerance. The law allows a little bit of leeway, but there's no reason to go everywhere at 80. There's just no reason. It's like, just because the allowance is 79 doesn't mean you need to push it, you know. We're all aware, most people these days use their sat nav as, you know, to see their actual speed and just ignore their speed. I try and flutter between the two. I know that my bike is 75 and 70, I know that, so I just, that's what it is. I go 75 indicated, because that is the speed limit, is 70. Police, we got more police. Where are we? Where's the police? I waved at the transit van. I hope I wasn't speeding, because that's fucking cheeky. I can't see the police. Look, everyone's slowing down. Where is this police officer? Where's the sheriff? There he is. So yeah, there you go. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a lovely, lovely day or night, wherever you're watching this. All the best for your motorcycling dreams. I hope they will come true. It's been a fantastic little summer break. This summer has been really nice. We've done quite a lot on the channel this year. We'll continue. I think quality over quantity, but I'm trying to get the quantity out as well, because I am aware that we do need to visit the idea of making this channel actually, you know, interesting, where it's got content on it. At least 2 or 3 times a week would be nice, wouldn't it? Instead of once every 3. There's loads that we can talk about, loads of videos we can do. I just need to get out of my house once in a while and do some. So there you go. Thanks for your time. All the best. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, you know, comment below what you thought about that gentleman or lady that most definitely just got caught on that speed camera, on that mobile speed unit. And should I have laughed as hard as I did? Let me know.